Education Society, redefining excellence.
My name is Mubarak Momin and studying in Zeal Polytechnic from Civil Department. We made a mini project of applied physics with the help of our group members Ramzan Mullah, Pratham Bendekar, Vishal Gonde, Yogaraj Pathole, and the subject of our mini project is water pressure process buoyancy and is guided by Sandeep Waksaure sir. In science, buoyancy is an upward force exerted or pushed out by a fluid that opposes the weight of an impelled object. In an easier way to say it, type of force that is pushed out by fluid or liquid that goes against the weight of a flung object or being able to float. Water pressure. Water pressure is the force pushes water through the pipes or other object that determines the flow of water from the tap. Low pressure can reduce water flow and high pressure can increase leakage and the number of repairs we undertake on pipe. This definition are used in example. Water pressure and buoyancy can also depend on others such as density particles, etc. Is a little but different. High pressure can be caused by the recent maintenance work done to the house or the particular area of our or in. It is important to know these facts about high pressure, low pressure, etc. because any of it can cause damage to the area it is in or help it improve in that level. This has a use in real life situation because you can learn what good and bad in the water pressure in pipes and the other resource. So now that water pressure does affect the concept, the reason of some is because it can damage and affect the ballast and object, causing it to tip over and become really unstable. Then eventually the object cannot take the pressure anymore and it therefore sink. First, purpose to see if different levels of capacity and water pressure affect the buoyancy of an object when altered. Second, the hypothesis. I think the different levels of water pressure will affect buoyancy in water straw because it will go past their capacity. Third, abstract. The objective to determine whether water pressure affect the buoyancy of selected object. Water pressure is the force that pushes water through pipes or any other object and determines the flow of water from the top flow. Low pressure can reduce water flow and high pressure can increase leakage and the number of repairs we undertake on pipes. These definitions are used in examples. Water pressure. Water pressures and buoyancy can also depend on other things as well as such as density particles, forces, etc. With too much pressure, the floating object will become less beyond and start to become unstable. Therefore, beginning to sink different levels to water pressure affect buoyancy because water pressure weakness and hurts living things. So pressures, weakness and hurts living things, so they are no longer able to affect stay float and sinks non-living unbuoyant and even buoyant object if it is so great or high. The reason why this happens is because when too much pressure is applied. All of those things are the cause of low water pressure. It's because low pressure can reduce water flow. So when those changes happen, the water pressure is reduced, causing low pressure. Like I started earlier, low pressure is not the best thing in the world because it can reduce water pressure. All of those things. Observation. The first straw was affected because one end was not sealed with crazy. The water climbed up the straw when the bottle was squeezed. Therefore, the clay blast could no longer hold the pressure, causing the straw to sink. Conclusion. After doing my experiment, I found out that my hypothesis was wrong and right. I thought that both straw could get affected by the water pressure that was applied. The reason why I was wrong because straw 2 was not affected, only straw 1 was. My experiment did end up well. What was supposed to happen and my hypothesis was somewhat correct. Thank you so much.
Zeal Education Society, redefining excellence.